Hello and welcome to Beatrice's Health Tips. So last week I talked to you about GAPS snack food, and I insisted on salty snacks, which I think are the most interesting. But today, to please most of my patients and kids, I'm going to talk about sweet GAPS snack food. So there are a bunch of those that you can prepare for yourself or for your children. Examples: apples and almond butter or any other butter that you can eat. I find that a very tasty and healthy snack. You can also bake some apples and put lots of butter or ghee on it. You can make cakes with squashes. We have several recipes in the GAPS book and in other GAPS recipe books where you use squash to make cakes. We can do GAPS cakes, and again we can use squashes, but we can also use coconut flour, almond flour, if that's again something that you can digest. Applesauce, pear sauce, any kind of fruit can be cooked just 5 to 10 minutes in a little bit of water, and it will make a nice sauce. You can add a cinnamon, vanilla, put that on top of your cakes, or just eat it as is. We do GAPS pancake, and sometimes I tell my patient to dehydrate these pancakes and just serve it as a snack after school. Avocado. Avocado is very easy to use, and you can make a puree. You can add honey to it. You can add cinnamon to it, or even cocoa powder. I often do for myself coconut milk plus honey plus cinnamon. That's actually what I'm drinking these days in the morning. You can do popsicles. Popsicles are easy to do with simply pureed fruits. You can sweeten it with honey or stevia. You can make custards. Custards are easy with egg yolk and then some kind of milk like coconut milk, almond milk or hazelnut milk, and flavor it. You can flavor it with vanilla or cinnamon, or you could even put some fruits in it, and that would make like a creme brulee without the caramel. You can also use fermented cream like sour cream and simply sweeten it with honey or stevia. Delicious. And as well, if you can eat dairy, kefir, yogurt, in which you mix fruits, or you can mix honey as well. So then the next section, I'm going to talk about portable snack food, because that's also something that is asked quite often. What do I take with me when I'm traveling, when I take my kids to play or games or whatever? So of course the first thing that comes to mind are nuts. Nuts are fine if you tolerate them, that's very individual, but you have to soak them in water and salt at least overnight in order to remove the enzyme inhibitors, so they will be more digestible. And then you have to dehydrate them if you want to keep them for a while. But that's a good option, of course, and you can take that with fruits. That's easy and transportable. I often recommend my patient to cook bacon ahead and just cut it in pieces, put it in a Ziploc or some kind of Tupperware, and take that with you. It travels very well. Same thing you can do with salami or pieces of cheese or smoked ham that you would have cut ahead. And there is also a dehydrated broth. So dehydrated broth can be made at home. You simply have to make your broth, then cook it longer until it becomes pasty. And then this paste is dehydrated in a dehydrator or in the oven, and then it's reduced into powder. You can also buy now dehydrated broth and also gelatin, and it simply needs to be mixed with water, and that makes your cup of broth. Another idea that I have given to my patient often is to buy thermos. You can buy good quality thermos online. One brand that I purchased years ago is called Nikken, Nikken, E-N. And in your thermos, you can put your stew, you can put your soups, you can put anything that you need to keep warm. Those are thermos for food. You can also certainly buy thermos for liquid. Last thing I want to mention is problems when you have hypoglycemia. In GAPS, we have a bunch of patients that suffer from hypoglycemia. Their blood sugar is very, very unstable, and that's true for children too. So in that case, for maybe 2 or 3 months, you need to eat every 2 to 3 hours. And what you want to eat, and that's why portable GAPS food are important, is something with fat and protein, not the sugar, because if you keep eating sugar, you're going to keep the hypoglycemia roller coaster ups and down going on. So you really need fats and protein. That's where the salami, the bacon are very, very useful. One thing I forgot to mention is to make muffins. You can make salted muffins where you put bacon or cheese or any kind of meat in there. And you can make also sweet muffins where you put fruits, dehydrated fruits, and some nuts. And muffins are portable. You can make them ahead, like 12 or 18 in advance, and then put them in the refrigerator and take them with you. I have used a lot of these salty muffins for all my weight loss program for patients, and it worked very, very well. All right, so that's my health tips for today. I wish you a wonderful week, and I'll see you next week. All right, bye-bye.